Good morning. Good morning. It's my fault this morning. I was late. I'm never late.
It's not always my fault, you guys.
You know what? It's just so dark and rainy here this morning. Literally, it's really, really, really ugly. I was warm though. I was sweating. It's warm, but it's just
both in purple today, like we planned it.
This is my Cooperstown shirt. I just threw that on this morning. Penny, I gotta go. You gotta give me a minute, honey. I'm sorry. I just gotta double check something. All right. No worries. But
good morning,
for some reason,
everybody.
Penny, I think I gave you one on this channel. So let me double check that. All right. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning to you.
Beautiful show last night. It was great.
Thank you.
Did a great job.
Thank you. I was so nervous. I was nervous doing that show. I don't know why. You know, I don't get nervous very much on YouTube anymore, but I was nervous doing that show, but it was good. The ladies are really great, and the guys are really great too. You know, it's really fun to, you know, get to know them like behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah.
Justin is
awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Paul Antonelli was here like at 8 o'clock this morning. I don't know. Maybe he thinks we're on some different time zone, or maybe he's looking for extra credit. Paul, we were announcement this morning. Stand by. Jennifer Hayes, beautiful Jennifer Hayes is here.
Jennifer.
And Donna Wester. Good morning, Donna. Yeah, I see it's snowing by you. No, it's pouring and ugly and disgusting. And Penny, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Why is Paul Antonelli saying, I just subbed it to you, Donna?
I don't know.
Paul, is that the real you?
Yeah, the real Paul Antonelli. Please stand up.
I have no idea. Oh, Donna Wester. Okay. Sorry.
Good morning, Michelle Layton. Good morning, Andar. How are you, sweetheart? Good morning, Myra. Good morning. And Connie Cheney. Good morning.
Connie's not wrenched?
She might be on your channel, maybe not on mine. I have to look. It's so hard to look when you're the channel because there's other ways I check things just to verify everybody. So if I don't wrench you right now, please excuse me. Nobody's gonna kick you out of the room unless you say something inappropriate.
That's the real Paul, Mr. Scully.
No worries. So yeah, the ladies and you guys were all fabulous, and lots of questions last night. That was great. And you did a lot of.
I wish I had paid closer attention to the chat, but next time we will. I guess we were just so wrapped up in because I had compiled because I was the host. I had compiled a list of questions that I wanted to ask, you know, all the ladies. So the next show is going to be on. So we're going to do it the first Saturday of every month. So the next one is going to be in 2 weeks. On December, first Saturday, and it's going to be on Locker Nuts YouTube page. She's going to host it, and guess how we decided who was going to do it, what rotation we were gonna take.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Okay, I decided, but guess how I decided. True story, Girl Scouts honor. I did eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And the screen, I was like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a nickel by a toe, and eliminated the girls by doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The girls were laughing.
Crazy.
I thought I was going to stop after the first elimination, but I did all 5 of them.
You're crazy.
It was funny, but it worked. And it was, you know, we did it the right way. That's the right way of doing it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And whenever you have to make any kind of serious decisions in your life and you have to eliminate something, always eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's what we were taught from the beginning. always got to go back to your roots.
Right.
I love locker nuts too, Connie. They're so nice. Jack is such a sweetheart too, right? They're so down to earth. Yeah, and their YouTube channel is growing like crazy. Oh my God. Their YouTube channel like went viral. He has he has a little bit of, I think, graphic design or something background. So he spends time. His videos are really done well. He does a really good job editing the videos and putting the videos up and stuff. And
Right. Good morning, Tanya. Thank you for joining.
Morning, Tanya.
DLC Haberdashery is in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Tommy, the Bargain Effect. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for everyone that watched last night. Yeah, so she's kind of like, his wife is jumping on full time now. She's, doing the storage units, and most of the couples, women in the panel last night, they do it full time, the husbands and the wives. Yeah, so.
Good morning, Lisa.
I'm going to prepare for the auction today. I have to run out.
Yeah, I have a hard stop in even less than an hour because, my Sundays are crazy. And
Gee, are we doing the auction at 3 on your channel?
Yes.
Okay, did you do the StreamYard yet?
No, you know what? I haven't. I was last night when you were on, we have my nieces and my dad's birthday was this week, so it was a little crazy. And
okay.
I told you I slept in this morning, not like me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we gotta go to the store quick because he's got to lay down to get up later. Don't forget though, I do have a hard stop later about 5 something. But you know what?
That's all right.
If you want to keep going, you can always.
No, that's okay. I'll do at 3 o'clock. I'll do 2 hours.
Okay.
We'll get through like 10, 11 lots usually we can do, and then I'm gonna come back after What the Hails tonight. I'll come on at like 9:45 maybe.
Okay.
Or so, and then I'll do a late night auction because it seems like a lot of everyone likes to do late night auctions on Sunday nights. So I'll do a late night auction. I'll start it at 10, and I'll go until because I have a lot of lots, and it is the holidays, so. And I'm picking up a whole bunch of stuff today too. I'm going today to a thrift shop that I support. So I'm going there today, and I have an 11:30 appointment. They're closed, but the manager's meeting me there.
Okay, so I came up with a brainstorm idea.
Oh yeah, she shared it with me already. You guys, I love this. Okay, are you ready for this?
We're gonna have a Black Friday marathon.
Yeah.
So we'll be reaching out to those of you who I know would love to be involved. Donna's going to start it on her channel Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
I'll still be with family, so she'll start it. She'll have whoever wants to stay up late on, and then we'll continue all through the night. I'll pop on, I don't know, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll move it over to my channel, and we'll do it, till I drop, so Donna could get some rest. Then she'll come back on her channel, and we're gonna just keep going back and forth. Well, actually, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna create. We'll figure it out how we're gonna create this StreamYard because we're not 100% sure what time she's gonna be able to go to, and I'm gonna be able to. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But,
well, you can do a StreamYard and go on like live within like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
StreamYard. Yeah. So, are we going to do a list? Are we going to invite people to come on during the? We're going to invite people to come on. When we're on T's channel, we'll have guest people come on that want to auction off their stuff. So it's it might be some of the night owl people. I don't know. It might be like late night. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning people, or early morning people, or late. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So just we'll figure it out, you guys.
We're gonna figure it out, but we just wanted to let you guys know this way. Whoever's now. Don't forget. I always put this out here. It's really important. With the auctions, guys. We sell wholesale bulk items. We want to resell to resellers. So our show we always want to make it so we're selling to our reseller community.
Well, listen, wait a minute, before we make that decision, it is Black Friday and it is going to be kind of like a marathon thing. Do you want to open it up for people that want to come on and sell maybe one very special item?
We could.
Like, not like, one like
Stuffed animal.
Yeah, like not one stuffed animal.
Right. Like if somebody has
like really, really special, like a Swarovski
right
ornament or something really, really beautiful.
As long as they're not going to offer it for retail plus shipping or anything, it's got to be a deal. It's got to be a deal. It's got to be, they maybe they have, I know I could tell you that I probably have some sealed games that I might not want to bulk up. I might want to sell individually, but I certainly would offer them at a discounted price.
Yeah, perfect. And instead of them having to run to the store to go buy a present for a niece or something, they can buy it from you and get it delivered right to the door. They only want to buy one item, and only want to spend $15 or $20 or something like that. Because
we can do that.
Because some of our customers, they like with the bulk item, like I don't want to lose those customers that only want to spend like $15 or $20. Some of my lots now go for like $80, $90, and everybody doesn't have $80 or $90 to spend on a lot. That's why I think it's important to like just to add a nice little mix to the show. I think it's important, even though like I know we started this with bulk for me because I wanted to get rid of so much stuff, but I think we should introduce every once in a while. There are some people that are like seniors that can't get out that much, that are on a fixed income, that would like to buy a little something, even if it's one item for the little girl next door or whatever, and the convenience of having it delivered to the house. So we need to rethink that and talk about it.
Yeah, and you know what? That brings up another great idea too. Is I would even, I don't know about you, but I would even be willing to ship it to that person. Like if you're homebound or you're not able to get out and get to the post office.
I would do that. I would do that totally. If somebody gave me somebody else's address and they were
as long as you paid for it, I'll ship it wherever.
Yeah, absolutely. I would do it. I would even offer like gift wrapping service and put a bow on it and a little note. I would do that.
I would do that too.
Yeah, so absolutely. That's something that that's like a whole show in itself.
I know.
Something like that.
But if we're gonna go for like a marathon, I mean, why not?
Right? I know. So yeah, so that's a great idea. And Paul is already saying in the chat that
Paul, you were somebody we mentioned, Lisa, obviously, people
definitely.
that love to sell online, and love to come on. Absolutely. And Lisa, I'm not linking you this morning. We just didn't even have a topic, honestly, but I do want to have Lisa on the show because she does do I want to do like comparing the flea market sales and the booth that she has compared to us that do, kind of, but I got to be prepared for that. I'm definitely not. It was crazy last minute this morning.
Sorry. Good morning to Frenchie. She's back in Florida having my coffee with my hubby.
Oh, congrats, Frenchie.
She's across the state. She's across the state from me.
So she's on the West Coast.
Florida. Yeah. Welcome back to Florida. She's closer to Paul. Paul is I think Paul is like, well, he's like in the middle of the state. So he's like an hour and a half from her or something. Or he may be too far up. I'm not sure. Right? Tommy from Bargain Effect says an auction with gift wrapping service. What more could you ask for? And a Christmas card attached, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
She's in Naples. Yeah, so I think Naples. Paul, is Naples a little bit further down? I think I always forget.
I think it's like the middle of Florida, but towards the West Coast. I think.
I always forget, like Naples. Wow, 4 hours away. Oh, 4 hours. Okay, so maybe I'm closer to her than you are. I think she's only like three and a half or something across the state. It takes like 3.5 hours to drive across the state. Southwest Florida.
Oh, it is further down south. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought for a minute it was down south. Yeah, so that's exciting. So we'll add that into the so maybe we'll mix it up. Black Friday, we'll do lots. Let's think about this. Maybe we'll do some lots and some individual items. And the individual items can be featured with gift wrapping and a card attached and can be mailed to a different address. I think that will be nice. Yeah, so that will be a nice mix. So we can advertise it that way. All right. So you guys just kind of like were part of our little conference meeting, deciding our next strategy and move on YouTube.
And we'll figure out who wants to be included, what time works for you guys. It's not going to be something where we're going to send you the StreamYard and you're going to stay on the whole time. You can kind of pick a time, come on, present a couple of items, and then, maybe even if you wanted to present an item or two and then come back later on or something like that, we can figure all that out.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to do a bulk item and then, later on you want to come back with a single item or something like that. We could figure all that out based on everybody's time.
We're brainstorming
We're
live.
brainstorming, Connie, absolutely.
We are. It's good. I love it. I love it. If anybody has any suggestions of, it work, how, if you have any ideas of how else to work it, we're open for suggestions, but I'm really excited about it. I think that it will be great. The guest will have to come on T's channel though, when T goes live. So you guys, it will be either late night or maybe so it starts Thursday night at 10 o'clock and it's going to go through all day Saturday. So it could be Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. I have a Florida hour. Have a Florida hour for just Florida people? Suggestions. Let's test it out tonight. Let's test it out tonight. Are you saying let's test it out tonight? Like going all night, Paul? Is that what you're saying? I don't think I can do that. Maybe if I take a nap after the 3 o'clock auction. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I had a tough time getting up this morning.
Me too.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll go as far as I can. And Paul, if you want to jump on tonight on my late night auction, I would love to have you. Yeah. Call me and we'll figure it out. So, what else?
Again, I'm just watching this flood warning. I don't know. There's all kinds of nonsense here. And poor Donna's in an opposite cold where she's getting all the snow and we're getting all the rain, and it's coming down. I'm watching it. I moved to a location this morning. I don't know why. Usually it's because in the morning the sun comes out and the skylights kill me. But today, I don't think I had to worry about it, but that's okay.
Paul says, let's make the Home Shopping Network auction YouTube channel. I should say YouTube channel. I know, right? Such a great idea. When the auction guests are all from Florida, from the Sunshine State. All right. Well, maybe
DLC says auction off a mystery present. Ooh, good idea.
All right. Oh my gosh, I still have so many mystery boxes that I have to bill for that I haven't even got out yet. I said I was gonna do it this week no matter what. So I'm gonna take care of that. I'm going to take care. It's only 35 degrees here, maybe raining now. Yeah, it's a little bit It's a little bit cloud. It's not raining, but it's definitely cloudy here today, which I love. I love the cloudiness. It's really neat. It seems like every time that I think about taking my show outside, it's a little bit threatening to rain or cloudy, because I was thinking about doing the 3 o'clock show outside today. Frenchie, how's the weather over on the West Coast? Is it sunny? Paul Antonelli says his toes are finally beginning to thaw out after being home in Boston. Kidding, right? That's how
he was here a cold week. Even for all of us here in the Northeast, it was cold that week he was here. Definitely. I mean, it's warming up here. Again, further up the state, it's not, but I mean, it's 50 degrees, which is warm.
You know what used to get so cold on me when I was up in Boston and I couldn't defrost them? With my ankles. For some reason,
really?
my ankles, they would ache so bad. They would be so freezing cold all the time, my ankles. I don't know why, just that part of my body always hurt me. And I used to have to get in a hot bath to get rid of that. Let's see. Frenchie says it's cloudy, but moving out. Next 5 days are to be gorgeous. Yeah, the weather's been gorgeous, Frenchie. So enjoy every second of it. The weather has been really, really.
Donna Wester says, so it's his fault it was so cold here. See, you're being called out, Paul.
Paul, just got your message. So good. Thank you so much. Did any of you go to the Nashville reseller meetup?
I didn't even know Nashville had a reseller meetup,
They
honestly.
do. They do. I know that they do. Some of the bearded ones went last year. I remember they did a like a YouTube little show about it.
I didn't think it was this time of the year, though. It is, really? Huh.
I don't know. Time goes by so
I know,
fast.
it really does.
Oh, it was months ago. It was months ago.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I didn't think it was this time of year. I remember one. I thought you meant there was one like now or this week or something.
Yeah. I felt like it wasn't too long ago, but my like not too long ago, people
Right.
would be
Could
like,
be
Donna,
April or May. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, no, that wasn't that long ago. And people are like, Donna, that was 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, it's
Yeah.
like time goes by so crazy sometimes. We should have one somewhere. Well, Paul, I have my meetup down here in West Palm Beach. I didn't schedule my December meetup yet. I have to talk to. I didn't have one in November. I had one in October. I was gonna have one in December, but I haven't scheduled one yet. I mean, November. November's almost over. It's the 24th. So I'll just do one for December. I know Pat Dees is going to be in your area. He's going to Disney World with his family, and he was going to try to come down here. So I was going to try to schedule it around the area that the dates that he's in Florida, in case he wants to drive down to come to it. But I would love for you and Sandy to come down to the meetup that we have down here. Last time I think I got 8 or 9 people the first meetup.
Yeah.
So now, yeah. So now I've gotten to know some more, and I know that some of the boys, like the Miami boys, that buy storage units, they said that they might come up to the next meetup, like the I think it's El Cubanazo and like my Fat Man the Flipper, or I don't know who else lives down there in Miami. They were thinking about driving up, so we'll see.
Kelly, thank you for joining. Kelly says she's a new reseller. She's watching and learning, and thanks for sharing. We love you are considering us little guys who can't afford the larger amount of items. Good.
Awesome,
Good.
Kelly. Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly. Make sure you're subscribed to both Donna and myself so that you can get the notifications when we have that auction.
Here, I'll put a little hi in the chat so you can see my that's my YouTube right there, and you can come on over and subscribe. We'll be doing an auction today, yeah, here at 3 o'clock, and then later on tonight on my own channel. And sometimes when I do my late night auctions, I do bring in like one single items. I mix it up because I don't. I
Lisa wants you to have a regional meetup. That's because she's just in the next state over. Let's see.
And then I get yelled at by T because I break the rules when she's not around. When the mouse is away, the mice will play. Did you guys see how many super chats she sent me last night during the show? I thought I was being trolled.
Yeah, like a troll would do that. They didn't even buy your pizza for you. Come on, give me a break.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. I didn't tell you guys that the pizza had hot peppers on it. But they were good.
Yeah, well, what about the scare afterwards where the guard shack called you at midnight?
Oh, I know. Why did he call me at midnight? Oh, my son was coming home.
Massimo.
Yeah, my son was coming home with a friend, and they check everybody's IDs. And it was a new security guard that didn't recognize Massimo, and he wasn't driving. His friend was driving. So, yeah, so it was like midnight. I was on the phone with T, right? Yeah, I was on the phone with you. And the guard check called, and I was like, oh, God, what now? It was like 12:15 or something.
Chinese food.
I know, and I'm like, oh God, here we go again, another food delivery. And but it was just announcing. I said, "Is my son in the car?" And to the guard, and you know, it was a woman. I think it was a woman, or it may have been a man. I don't remember. But you know, when they have switching of the guards here, like every 6 to 8 weeks, and sometimes we get the same guards back because it's a big company and they guard all like different communities. So sometimes when they have switching, they get to know the residents, you know, because you're in and out, so they know the residents, the
Right.
regular people. But sometimes when you get a new guard, they don't recognize that it's one of the kids. And so yeah, she called me at 12:15. I have this so and so coming in. I'm like, I have no idea who that is, and it was a name that I didn't even recognize. But of course, you know, some of my son's friends go by, like, for example, Xander. Like, that's not his name. That's like what they call him. So I don't even know, like, his name is Joseph, you know,
Right,
whatever.
right,
Like, I
right.
don't know. I just know
Thank
that
you,
he hangs
Frenchie.
out.
Have a nice day. Frenchie's got to run. Thank you, Frenchie. Thanks for stopping in.
Enjoy your day, Frenchie. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
well, is Bo's name really Bo?
Bo, my
Is that
daughter?
one of Oh, I thought that was one of your son's friends.
Oh, no, Bo is my daughter.
Oh, okay. So you got a nickname for her too?
Yeah, her real name is Angelina.
Yeah. So when you say Bo, I think it's one of Massimo's friends thinking it's a guy.
No, no. Denali gave her that name. Denali gave her the name Bo when she was a baby. So, yeah, it kind of stuck with her. So, yeah, we call her Bo.
That's so funny.
I know. Yeah, he gave her that name. And I hardly ever call her Angelina. Like, never, 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 never. It's really funny. And none of her friends do either. And I remember when she first started dating this boy that she's still dating him, he had come over to the house, and she had introduced herself, or her friends introduced her as Angelina. And he came over to the house, and I said, oh, they were going out, and I said, all right, Bo, have a good time, and don't be late, make good choices, whatever I said, you know, as a mother. And she was going out the door, and she kind of looked at me like this, and he turned around and said, Bo? And I said, I go, yeah. And he goes, and he looked at her, and he's like, I said, that's what we call her. And my daughter was like, he doesn't know that that's what you call me. I'm like, how do you not know that that's what we call her? Like, everybody calls her Bo. All her friends call her Bo. We call her Bo. She's like, I never told him.
Oh gosh.
She was like trying to impersonate herself by her real name.
Does he call her that now?
Yeah, he calls her Bo. Bo is an awesome name. I love the name Bo. You should see, like, when we're out shopping or something, and we're
Yeah, but you know,
walking
it's so funny when somebody says Bo, I think B-O, not B-E-A-U. You know, like I just think it's like, you know, somebody, you know, like, I don't know.
Well, we call her, we spell it, I spell it B-O.
Oh, okay. Because Bo for a girl like Bo Derek was B-E-A-U.
Yeah, B-E, yeah. And as a matter of fact, I have a story about that. When she was about probably like 8 or 9 years old, 9 or 10 years old, she came home from school one day and she's like, Mama, I want you to stop calling me Bo. And I said, all right, honey. I said, why? She goes, because people make fun of me in school. Like, they call me Dumbo and Bobo the clown. And they call me, like, they make fun of my name. I said, really? I said, well, let me show you a picture of someone who shares your nickname. I said, but for her, I think it's her actual name, even though yours is a nickname. So I went on YouTube and I pulled up the famous scene of Bo Derek running down the beach with her braids. And I pulled up that video on YouTube and I said, this girl here, her name is Bo too. Angelina was like 10 years old at the moment, at the time. And Bo was like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. And I said, so are you, honey. So she kind of like got over the fact that kids were calling her Dumbo, because I didn't tell her I named her. You know, she knows that Denali nicknamed her Bo. But yeah.
Oh, it is
Oh, it's
actually Michelle
Bo
Lathan
Derek.
actually says it's B-O.
Yeah, it is Bo Derek. Now that I see it written,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
right.
okay, you might be right. I don't know why I always thought it was B. So who goes by B-E-A-U?
I think B-E, I think it's is it B-E-U?
No, I think it's B-E-A-U, the other way you
B-A-U.
spell
I think
Bo.
boys. I think boys go
Yeah,
by
do I have it backwards? Then maybe I have it backwards. I don't know.
Yeah, I think boys go by B-E-A-U.
Thank you, Michelle Lathan.
Yeah, but when
Beautiful
we're,
Jennifer.
yeah, it's true, it is Bo Derek. But when we're out and I'll say to her, Bo, and like people hear me call her, like everybody like turns around to see like who is this Bo? Like, who's she calling? You know,
Right.
and you know how gorgeous she is. She's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, see, Lisa says Bo Bridges, and that's how he spells it. So it is. That's the way you do spell guys.
Yeah, the boys spell it that way, and I guess the girls spell it the B-O way.
Oh, that and Moronic Pest, welcome in. Thank you for coming. He's saying that that's not her real name either, Bo Derek.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, huh. Yeah, Denali used to call her Bobo when she was little, which was short for Bumbolina, which is the Italian word for little dolly. My parents would come over and they would say, my parents are very, very Italian. Italian was their first language, like mine, but they had that strong Italian, dialect when they spoke English. And they would come over and they would say, Dove la bambolina? Like, which means, where is that little dolly? Because she was the first little girl born, like, in the whole family, like, between my brothers and sisters and stuff. She was the first little girl. And they'd say, Dove la bambolina? So bambolina, like, we started calling her Bumbolina, as instead of, like, it's like baby dolly, Bumbolina. And Denali couldn't say Bumbolina, so he started calling her Bobo. So we all started calling her Bobo. And then from Bobo, just Bo stuck. So that's how she got her name Bo.
Well, Moronic Pest is a wealth of information because he's saying that her real name is Mary Collins. Bo Derek's real name
is Mary Collins. I wonder how she got the name Bo from Mary Collins. Wow, that's a far stretch. Well,
Mary Catherine Collins. Actually, my husband's tweeting in. Michelle was on a live last night. Oh, she was.
Who was on a live?
Michelle. I guess Michelle Lathan.
Oh. Did she go on with the bad boys of reselling?
No, I think she went on by herself. I'm not sure. DLC Haberdashery says a meetup in Cooperstown. Cooperstown is fun. See my shirt, Cooperstown. It's my shirt today. Let me know if you guys are going to do that. It's a little trip for me, but.
Oh, Tommy and Tracy's. She went on live on Tommy.
Oh, okay.
Tommy and Tracy's.
Nice.
Because I know that the bad boys of reselling were inviting people on to do they wanted to do a full 6-panel member panel of just all viewers. Like they were jumping off and letting the viewers take over their panel.
Oh,
and yeah, so they kept dropping the link for people to come on and people go on, Donna, but I was already in bed. So
that's a little dangerous though, when the people do that, because you just never know
who's going to be in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because Tommy goes on what time? 11? He's late, right?
Yeah, I jumped in there for a minute, the Tommy Bernard show, and then I quickly left.
And it's so funny because before I ever watch them, and I unfortunately can't usually watch their lives because I'm visiting Dreamland at that time. But the one or two times that I did catch it, well, the first time I did catch it, it's so funny because everybody used to talk about Tommy and Tracy. So I thought they were like a Tommy and Destiny where they were a couple. I didn't know they were not together.
Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Adam. I had no idea. Everybody just kept saying Tommy and Tracy. And I'm thinking, okay, it's like Tommy and Destiny, right? No idea.
No. I think they just kind of I don't know. I really don't know too much about them.
Yeah. Just I don't either. And I just, it
hooked up together and started just a late night show.
Right. Hey.
Yep.
Couldn't sleep, was up at 3:30 last night. Adam, I feel you, honey. I feel you. That's me. I can fall asleep, and I think that's half my problem because I get up at 3:30, 4:30, looking at the clock. Then it's deciding whether or not I get up or not. And half the time, if I don't, is what happened this morning. You fall asleep and it's the wrong time to sleep, and I'm like, I
I
gotta get up.
know. I know. I think a lot of us have that terrible sleeping pattern.
Yeah.
Like I do. I wake up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock a lot, and I have to like debate whether or not, I get up or I go back to sleep, and, and then it takes me a while to go back to sleep, and then now I'm sleeping in like in the morning when I'm not supposed to be sleeping in. So a lot of the times I end up getting up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock and putting on coffee and starting my day that early. And then when I do that by 8 o'clock at night, I
You're
am like
shot.
so cranky. I'm done. I just want to go to bed because now I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. So it's such a struggle. Like you don't know, but I love the morning. I love the quietness of the morning, and I love to have my coffee and get my things done in the morning.
Moronic Pest says up until way past 2 a.m. and still woke up at 6. I mean, yeah, that's my problem too. Like, I must have this clock. Well, for years, my husband had to be up at 4 a.m. because he had to be at work at 5. So that was our normal life. And I think my body still sticks to that. Whether the other night you and I were on chat and we were on the phone until after midnight, and it didn't matter. I was still up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just a morning person. I'm not a night person. I used to be. It used to be the other way around, but not
Me
anymore.
too. Me too. I used to be a night person. I could get so much done at nighttime, and now I'm like, nighttime comes, the sun goes down, and I go down.
Yeah, and it's funny too. With the weather change here. I mean, I don't know how you guys are in Florida. If it gets darker earlier, like it does here.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit for sure,
but
not like
a lot of it. I mean, by 4:20 now,
I know.
It's getting dark.
No.
And there's just something about the difference between, like, I used to come home from work at 6, 7 o'clock at night. The sun would be shining in the middle of the summer, and you go out to the store, you go out and do this, or out on the deck and clean or whatever. Now you come home from work and you put your pajamas on. It's like
I know. I heard my husband saying to someone that they voted no against the time change for Florida this year, that they weren't going to change the clocks back in Florida. They were going to keep it the regular time. I don't know what he was talking to somebody. But then they went ahead and changed the clocks back. I mean, I don't know why they just don't do that for the whole entire country. Just leave the time alone. I don't know who started this whole idea. If anybody knows in the chat.
Phoenix, I think, is Arizona, rather, is the only state, I think, I could be mistaken, I think it's the only state that never moves the clock. Never moves the clock up, never moves the clock back. So like this
year was it to do that? And why don't
Arizona is only 2 hours difference, where usually it's 3 hours difference for me.
That's such a crazy thing, right? Like, who decided that, and why did they decide that, and why is it still something that they're doing? Like, just leave the time what the time is supposed to be, the world time. Like,
right.
Do other countries move their clocks around to accommodate for the sunlight? Someone said that they do it to accommodate for like school children at bus stops or something.
I don't know. Veronica Hest is saying, wasn't it designed to save energy? Maybe. I just thought it's because they don't want it to be 3:30 here in dark, which I guess, well, let's figure that out. If we spring ahead, fall back. So if we put the clocks back, that would make 4:03. Yeah, I guess that would mean it would get dark here at 3:30. Is that possible?
Myra said it has to do with farmers because of daylight work activity. And Adam says one of the Congresses passed it, or a president instituted it, and it was for energy. It was for energy, not farmers.
Oh, Lisa, good luck with that. She just got a message that someone has leftover estate stuff for me. Supposed to be 2 trucks full, and I have to jump on it now. Bye. Go, Lisa, go.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Lisa. Go after it. Time change really screws up my body. Yeah, it screws up my husband, too. It takes my husband like 2 weeks to recover from the time change. It screws him up like really bad. It doesn't screw me up. I just prefer it to just be left alone. Like I struggle with it back and forth. I like sometimes that it gets dark early because I like to go to bed early sometimes on the nights that I can take advantage of it. And I could never just go to bed with it being daylight. So I like that it's dark out so I can go to bed early. So I don't know. I struggle with it back and forth. I just think they should just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I don't know. I think it's a crazy thing to be screwing around with.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's almost like your body is a clock.
So I was talking to Courtney last night on Bolo Buddies, and she said to me, she goes, "I can't believe you said that word online last night during, the interview with the girls." And I said, "What word did I say?" I know. And she goes, "You said the word PU and then the two S's and then the Y in the end." I said, "I said that word. That word's not part of my vocabulary." I said, I
didn't hear you say that.
I said, "There's no way I said that word." And she goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Maybe I said prissy. I don't mean, like, maybe I was using, prissy is part of my vocabulary, but not that word."
I don't remember you
goes,
saying that word.
She goes, "Donna," she goes, "I even looked at Little Mama Stalker after you said it, kind of went like that." And I said to her, I said, "No way." I'm like,
Now you're going to make me go back and watch it. I don't think you
I'm like,
it.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I said, "But I can guarantee you 100%, 100%. There's certain words that are not part of your vocabulary that you never say."
Right.
And that's one of those words. But prissy is, I would use.
Adam says it's just a cat. Jeez.
Huh? What did you say?
Adam says it's just a cat.
Adam is so funny.
Adam, after we went off of auction last night, I saw your joke. I did not mean to read it, but sometimes I don't know how Donna does it. I will tell you, I don't know how you do it.
Did DLC hear me say that word? And she says it made me laugh.
Oh God, you know what?
Oh God, does everybody think I said that word?
I didn't think you said it. I didn't think you said it.
Did you hear me say that word, DLC? Oh my God. Oh
wow,
yeah. She said she heard me say it. I did not say it. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed right now.
Oh God.
I gotta go back.
You guys are gonna make her all crazy today now. She's gonna have to call everybody and apologize.
I'm so embarrassed that people thought that I said that. I would never say that word, especially on YouTube ever. I mean, I do have potty mouth. You've heard me use my potty mouth when I get mad, but why it's okay. I don't know. It's not okay in my world. I wouldn't want my daughter speaking that way. I
also blame it on vodka. She doesn't even drink.
I don't even drink. You heard it too, Paul? I want the timestamp as soon as possible. I gotta hear it to believe it, Gina. Oh my God, don't anybody put the timestamp. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I swear to God, I'm so embarrassed. No, here's the thing. I do use swear words, but I feel like I would never, and my kids do use swear words too. My husband and I yell at them all the time because they're still underage, and we tell them that when they become adults, they can use swear words to their discretion. Like, we don't want to hear it because they're still underage. They're still kids. So it's, if my husband and I use a swear word, that's because we're adults and we can do that. And, they don't have permission to do that. But I would never speak out loud, like, in a way that I would never want my kids to speak to someone that way, or to, speak out loud that way, or to, for their ears to hear that. So I would never walk around using that word because I would never want my kids using that word. Okay, so you're about to praise me and I interrupted you. So go ahead and I'll let you.
Oh, really? I'm going to read Myra's comment first.
I'll let you go ahead and praise me because all I heard was, and I was all hung up on everybody thinking I used that word.
No,
Donna, I don't know how you do it. And then I interrupted you.
So Myra says, FYI, in 1895, George Hudson, an etymologist from New Zealand, came up with the modern concept of daylight savings time. he proposed a shift so he'd have more hours to go bug hunting in the summer.
Seriously? Bug hunting in the summer? 1995? Let's drop that.
1895.
Oh, Key Lime Kisses. Gina says, my dad was a drill sergeant, so many curse words were terms of endearment in our home. I love that. Wow. I think that is hysterical.
You know, that was one thing with my parents. I don't think my mother used to say, "Oh, your father's mustache." That was her curse word. Yeah. You know, like, and I thought a few years ago. Don't laugh. I thought a few years ago of doing stand-up comic, and I wrote this whole big thing, and that would be one thing, like, you know, oh, your father's mustache. My father never had a mustache, you know, like. Yeah. But I said, nah, that's not even funny.
Oh my gosh, she says not sure of the time. All right, just leave it alone. You don't have to put the timestamp there. Nobody needs to know like that. I think I used that word. But everybody needs to know that I did not use that word or.
Donna,
I swear in Italian. I said, yeah, I never swear in Italian because you know what? I guess my parents didn't swear in Italian, so I never picked up the habit of swearing in Italian.
Yeah, the only curse words I know are in Greek because I worked in diners for many years.
Yeah, and I told her the one Greek word that I knew. I dated a Greek man years and years and years ago, and he used to say that term all the time. So I know one swear Greek word, and she knew right away when I said it. She knew right away. She's like, "Don't say that." Like, he used to say it all the time.
No,
I'm gonna go.
My dad was Greek and he didn't speak.
Don't go search it, Gina. Oh my gosh, what did I do? Opened up a can of worms. I shouldn't have said anything.
The only Greek word I know is hero. Hero is the way you say it, hero. But yeah, I mean, I picked up most of my Greek, and then I took Greek from one of the ladies at the diner. Actually, she used to have a class downstairs on Monday nights after work. It was funny. But yeah, my dad never spoke it. He lost his dad young. He did go to Greece before his father passed away. But my uncle spoke it, but he never really spoke it because my grandmother wasn't Greek. So that was a big taboo thing too, way back when. They got disowned from half the family because my grandmother was a Polish Catholic and my grandfather was Greek Orthodox. So that was not a good, especially 70 years ago. Not a good thing. Lisa, Cindy Y, thank you for coming in. Yeah, okay, Cindy. Yeah, that's it. That's an Italian curse word. Even I know that.
Fangulo. Yeah, that's it. Really translate. Does she really want to know what it means translated? It's that's actually it's like an all Italian slang word for. Should I tell them? I'm trying to think of how I should tell them, like, in a proper way.
Yeah, it starts with the same initial and just leave it at that.
It has to do with your rear end, and you're telling people to take it up the rear end is what it means translated. That's like a nice way for me to translate it for you.
Yes, Adam, I am. Yes, Adam.
Take it up the rear end. That's what that means. It starts.
My father used to say, "I'm an Anglo-Saxon Balkan," whatever that means.
What is it?
Adam says he's part Polish. No wonder I like you. I'm half Polish. Yeah, I got Greek, Polish, English, and Irish in me. I'm a mutt. My father used to say Anglo-Saxon Balkan, and I say mutt. And he actually did that ancestry DNA test and even found out that he's even less Greek than he thought he was. So, yeah, it's interesting when you go back. And then, you know, we can't trace our family back much more than that. That's why that DNA testing sometimes is a good thing because you can find lost ancestors.
I saw some sort of like documentary or some sort of thing that those DNA tests are kind of, it's like a government conspiracy, government owned, government like all these people like paying, you know, money, putting their DNA out there of like all of their ancestry and, you know, their whole background and everything, and it's government getting a hold of that information so that they can control the population, and they know like people like taking these things and swabbing them in their mouth, not knowing what's on the swabs. And people have like all these conspiracy
Oh,
theories.
God.
Like so many people I know have done the DNA testing, and I've always wanted to do the DNA testing, but now after watching that, and like it's like I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
not that I'm hiding or don't want to be found. I mean, you can Google my name and find out where I am, where I live, my phone number, and everything else, obviously.
Mhm.
Right? Obviously.
Key lime, Gina, thank you. They're a hazel, actually. Key lime's asking, are they blue or green? They are actually hazel. That's my color.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They look
Yeah.
like they change color. Like today, they look green. I figured it was ran by my insurance companies to deny in specific benefits. That's my conspiracy for it.
You know what? We're moving into an age where it's not going to matter because, and honestly, I think we should use our fingerprint for everything. That's my feeling on it. Whether that's right or wrong, people complain about certain things like voter fraud and all of this stuff. I mean, I think everywhere you go for them to verify who you are, because you can change a passport, you can change a driver's license. I mean, this as fast as we do things, criminals do them faster, right? You've seen all the breaches in the databases with credit cards, all the companies that get hacked and everything. I think everything should be done with a fingerprint. That's the one thing you cannot change. I mean, they have it on your phones now to lock your phones and stuff like that. And why you don't go to the voting booth and stick your fingerprint in there to verify it's you, I'll never know. Even laptops now, you can put your fingerprint in there, and it's inevitable. I don't know if anybody ever saw the movie. It was a weird, strange movie, but I actually enjoyed it. And I don't usually like these type of movies, but it was called Where's Monday? I think that was the name of it. I think it's Where's Monday. And yeah, Donna says that's coming. It was a movie about, there was a time in the United States into the future where there wasn't going to be, kind of like China has a 2-child limitation. I believe it was only like a 1-child limitation, and they landed up having 7. And the father named the children Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they all were identical twins, but they couldn't go out. He had this whole thing built in the house where they would have to hide if any of the government came knocking at the door. And the only way that they could go in and out of the city was through this bracelet that they wore. And again, why they didn't do fingerprints was beyond me, but it was a movie, so I get it. So he used to have to, he made up these 7 bracelets, but it was only Monday who could go out technically into the outside. And, the whole thing gets messed up where, Tuesday goes out on a skateboard when she's a kid and gets hurt and, like all this stuff. But it was an interesting movie, but kind of the wave of the future. Jennifer says she's seen it. Good morning, Leah, Bits and Pieces. Good morning. Thank you. Mark, MT Picker, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, same thing with Google and Amazon smart devices. Yes, they know. They are listening. How much we don't know. Yeah, and listen, we're perfect proof of people can find out anything about you. So it doesn't matter today in this day and age. It's unfortunate, but it is the wave of the future. And with kids getting younger and younger and knowing more and working with devices and stuff like that. I mean, my 10-year-old niece now got a phone for her birthday. Ugh. 10 years old, we were outside playing kick the can and red light, green light, and I
know, but we live in a different world. I mean, we got our kids' phones when they were 10 years old too, because I wanted to know if they needed me. Like people are like, oh, that's ridiculous to give a 10-year-old kid a phone. I mean, we got them inexpensive phones, and I was working at the time. I had my thrift shop. So I was working at the time. And so I wanted to know like where they were all the time. If they were at their friend's house, I wanted to be able to get in touch with them. We did it for safety reasons. I wanted my kids to have a phone in their pocket all the time. And yes, they broke them and they lost them, and we had to go through, that. And they're still breaking them and losing them. Hey, I still break mine. I don't lose it, thank God, because that is devastating to lose a phone. It's as bad as losing your wallet. That like completely devastates me. Devastates me.
Oh yeah.
It hasn't happened, thank goodness, in a very long time.
You
But
better turn around and knock on wood because
I know.
never, you say that and then all of a sudden it happens. You know it.
No, that was me, Papa. Come here. Now no, Boston thinks someone's knocking at the door. It's okay. That was just Mama knocking. Oh, you said
Yeah,
you
so
gave him a job.
Adam says his friend refused to get an Easy Pass for years. He didn't want Big Brother to know where his whereabouts. He finally got it, gave in. But you know what? They know anyway because now they're taking the pictures of the driver's license and sending you the toll in the mail anyway.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
good morning, D-Rob.
Exactly. I remember one time one of my husband's friends was like, "Oh, I don't, he's on social media now, but he was like, I don't do social media. I don't want anybody to know my business." And I looked at him and I said, "Really? You don't want anybody to know your business?" I said, "Where did you go before you came here?" He said, "I was at the bank." Really? Because the bank took a picture of you at the bank teller and they knew exactly like what you were doing, how much money you had in the bank account and how much you took out. Where did you go after that? He said, "I went to Starbucks." I said, "Did you use a rewards card at Starbucks? How did you pay for your item?" "I used my credit card." "Oh, really?" Because the credit card company knows exactly what Starbucks you went to. And Starbucks knows what kind of coffee you take. And they're keeping track of you because of the rewards card. Where else did you go?
Yeah.
CVS.
Good morning, Don. Good morning,
like,
Don.
Dude, just so that you know,
go to the supermarket. Remember when we used to go to the supermarket? You couldn't get the flyer specials unless you had that rewards card in your hand to get anything on sale. And that's when they started collecting all that information. They knew what coupons to send you.
Oh, so does CVS.
Yeah.
CVS knows everything that I buy at CVS, and they send me coupons, and then I get these great coupons. And even if I don't need body soap right now, the coupon is such a great deal. Guess what? I'm going back in and buying it because I'm getting $5 off 3 bottles. How do you beat that? I'll always use body soap. So I always use my CVS coupons. My husband is like addicted to his CVS coupons. He comes home, like he goes to CVS and he comes home with bells on and he'll have the receipt. I got $5 rewards tonight at CVS, and he gets so excited over his $5 rewards.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he loves his coupons. And I have a friend of mine, she's an extreme couponer, and she'll go to CVS and she'll spend like $3 and get like $100 worth of stuff. She knows how to do it. She looks for those special things and stuff. And my husband will be like, send a picture of this to your friend Kathy. Because he knows that she's an extreme couponer,
Yeah.
It's really funny. But yeah.
We have one toll in New Jersey where you get a discount if you use Easy Pass. If you don't, they take a picture of your license. Yeah, that's what they do here. If you don't have an Easy Pass, they take a picture. And believe me, you have to have an Easy Pass here because, like, if you go over the bridge, it's like, I don't even know anymore. I think it's like $15 or $18. It's crazy.
Well, you don't even have to use the Sun Pass down here in South Florida anymore. You just register your license plate with the state, and then you attach your bank account to the license plate, and they just charge you. I don't even know. Do we still use the Easy Pass with the truck, Ricky? They just take a picture of your license plate when you go through, and then that's registered with the Easy Pass people or with the state, and then they have our bank account information. The state has it, and they just take the money out of the bank account.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's just...
Yeah, they don't have those anymore, Donna Wester. They used to. I remember that when we used to drive down to Atlantic City. Oh, my God, every so many miles there was a basket you'd throw your quarter in for a toll. Remember that?
I remember that when we used to go to Maine when we were little. My father used to have to stop and get a roll of quarters.
Yeah.
Because we used to, tokens. I don't remember tokens. My husband's saying tokens. Oh, you could buy tokens. He said it was cheaper than using the quarters if you bought a roll of tokens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't remember that. I was probably really young and not paying attention. I kind of remember it.
Yeah, they
took
how
do you not remember that? We're the same age. I don't know, certain things I don't remember, but I remember stopping and my dad throwing the tokens in the big basket.
Yeah.
Right? things that you think about that you haven't thought about for a really long time. Did they get rid of all the baskets up north?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That is so funny that we used to do the baskets, wait in those big long lines. You know, we used to drive to Maine on the weekend because we had a lake house, and my husband and his family had a beach house. I know we still have it, but we would wait in those lines forever and ever to pay those tolls at the Maine border.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they even have, even here now, they used to have still the toll booths that you could just go slow with the Easy Pass, but now it's all these overhead rails that they just, if they don't detect the Easy Pass, that's where they have the cameras that take pictures of your plates. So you can't even pay cash. If somebody wants to pay cash on half the roads, you
They're
can't
gone.
even pay cash.
Well, we were talking about this during one of our morning lives about how they're getting rid of, so many people are losing their jobs because of all this, animation. Animation, is that the right word that they're putting in? Like, I don't know about
No, it's not called animation. Animation is like cartoons.
right?
Automation, yes.
Automation. Thank you. Like CVS, and Walgreens, they've put up those, the self-checkout lines. And we talked about this during one of our
Yeah.
morning shows one morning where I was in line and there was a little old lady, and the woman was like pushing her to use the automatic checkout, and the little old lady was like not having anything to do with it. She wanted to get checked out by the cashier, and the cashier was like borderline rude. But
Well, you know what? They're doing it at the banks. I told you that Chase is big, pushing these tellers out on the floor to show people how to use their phone or the stand-up machines that do the recycle and everything. You can cash deposits, check deposits, everything, or do it on. I mean, you don't even have to go to the bank anymore. And this is how people are really. And that's why retail is so down too. You know it. I mean, in our business, thank God we're resellers, because online is everything now. You go to the mall, there are more restaurants and gyms and stuff that, there's no more, big, like Spencer's or any of these small time gigs. And it definitely, even now, Penny's and Stearns is gone and Macy's is on its way out. I mean, they're all going online. It makes sense, though, when you think about it. I mean, look at us.
sad, though.
We didn't have to sell online without having rent. Imagine what those guys pay in rent.
I know, but you know what? It makes me sad because I'm all about customer service. Like, I love customer service. Like, I'm the type of customer, if I walk into the store and the salesperson says to me, "Can I help you?" I'm not the person that says, "No, I'm all set," and just keep on walking. I'm the person that's like, "Sure. Thank you so much. Like, I would love some help." Like, so we're looking for, and sometimes the salesperson's like looking at me like, "Really, you want my help?" Because I think that there's so many people not accepting the help, but I'm all about getting the help. I'll be like, "Yeah, can you point me over? We're looking for black slacks, in junior size for, my daughter." And, whatever's, like, if we walk into one of the nicer stores where they come up to you or if a salesperson says,
But they don't even do that anymore.
Well, sometimes they do, or a salesperson will say, "Did you find everything that you were looking for today?"
Okay, yeah.
I'll talk to the person and I'll be like, "I think so. I mean, I came in for this and that." And like, I'm the person that talks to everybody. My kids are always like, "Oh my gosh, Mama, like, do you have to talk to everybody?" I'm like, you know what? Yes, they're customer service people. Give them a little bit of satisfaction or attention. A lot of people just walk right past them and, grumble at them, and, they're not like human to them. Be nice.
Yeah.
Good morning, Janaea. Oh, make sure you give Janaea.
Morning, Destiny. It's funny, but when I first started with the bank, it used to be almost a YouTube, and there was YouTube videos on it because they used to do the same thing. "Oh, what brings you in today?" They used to stand right there and direct traffic.
Yeah, in what store? What store?
In the bank.
Oh, in the bank. Yeah. Yeah. Do they still do that?
That's the whole thing. It's more about now just, standing up by the tellers when they don't have a customer, kind of coming out on the floor to say, "Oh, let me help you at the machine." and people will fight and be like, no, this teller here, I want to go to the teller, you know.
Yeah, DLC says, what's DLC's first name? I don't remember.
I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me. I
DLC, put your first name so I can refer to you as your first name. Social behavior is so different now, and it's true. We need to we need to teach our children and our grandchildren like proper behavior. Like, you know, it's something
I
that's
knew that. Thank you, Deb. It's Deb. Thank you.
something that's which is why we have such bullying in this country, you know, with our children. It starts from the house, it starts from the home. Like, we need to teach our children to be proper adults and not bully other adults, not bully other children. Like, you know, people need to set, you know, adults need to set examples. They need to set
And
examples.
some of them don't, and they don't, and it's sad.
No,
You know,
and it's
one thing
scary.
I'm proud of, because always with my children, the parents would be like, "Oh, your son is so nice. He's so polite. He's such a good boy." And I'm like, "You're talking about because you know, to us as parents, and not what."
Because
But
you're
I
doing
was so proud that my
job.
children always got those compliments.
That's because you did a good job. And I get exactly the same compliments about my kids all the time. Always, you know, and I always tell my children, you never call an adult by their first name unless you're given permission. You always call them by yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am, if you're uncomfortable saying the last name or the first name. I'm sorry, unless you're uncomfortable saying the Mr.
Or
or
can't
Mrs.
say it. There's some
last
kids, you know, some last names, you know, was, you know, with me, like Mrs. B or whatever, you know, like.
Exactly.
Did you see Paul's comment?
No.
He has to go now and get ready for tonight.
I have to go now and get ready for tonight. Okay. All right. Woo-hoo. I'll call you later, Paul. I'll call you later. My banker.
Anyway, we are all gonna go because we have to go to the store, and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I have to go too.
And we have an auction, and I have to do a thumbnail, a StreamYard, and what are you going to bring today? You want to just give them a preview of some stuff you're going to have today at auction?
I'm not going to be able to get into my old inventory. So everything that I bring to auction today is coming from the thrift shop.
Okay.
So, and I don't know, she gave me a list of things that she's got. She's got a gaming system. She's got jeans. She has hundreds of pairs of jeans. So I think we're going to auction off lots of jeans today. So she's giving me hundreds and hundreds of pairs of jeans. And a lot of DVD movies she has, and some jewelry. So we definitely will have a jewelry jar. And I'm trying to think of what else was on the list. So yeah, whatever I pick up from her, I might do a little short video of it. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, guys. Have a great day. You have a great Sunday as well, Destiny. Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for being here, and thank you. Yes. Okay. Bye, you guys. Thank you.
See you guys later.
See you at 3 o'clock. Bye.
Bye.
See you.